What's up guys, Irvin the ketologist here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to increase your productivity and brain function in the morning by using one of my favorite products, which is the Perfect Keto Instant Coffee. So in the morning guys, I really like adding MCTs into my coffee as a way to increase ketone production. For those of you who don't know, MCTs are a very rapidly digesting fat that can actually be converted to ketones in the liver. So when we consume them, we can actually see an increase in blood ketones, which means an increased available ketones to the brain, which is going to be great for increasing your brain productivity. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to do some testing to show you what happens when you take this product. So in the Perfect Keto Instant Coffee, we have 10 grams of MCT oil powder, which is about 7 grams of MCTs, which is really where I like to keep it in the morning so I can kind of stay in still a semi-fasted state. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a baseline measure of ketones. I'm going to drink this instant coffee. So obviously guys, I'm drinking this coffee a little bit quicker than what I would normally drink it, but for scientific reasons, for trying to get a really good test, I want to get the MCTs ingested as quick as I can. That's a lot to drink fast. Yeah. All right guys, so now we're gonna test ketones every single 15 minutes for the next hour. What we should see here guys is a pretty moderate increase in ketone levels. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, whenever you have more ketones available in your blood, then you're gonna have more ketones available to your brain. And your brain is gonna kind of take up those ketones proportional to what's in your blood. So as we kind of go through this next hour, we're gonna see a little bit of a modest increase in ketones. Not as much as what you would see from taking like exogenous ketones, but you're still gonna see it to some degree, and we're gonna be able to correlate that with kind of increases in productivity, which a lot of people are experiencing when they do MCTs in the morning. All right guys, so first 15 minutes is up. Gonna go ahead and test ketones again here. All right guys, so you see that in the first 15 minutes we already went up 0.4, so we're at 1.4 from baseline. That's a pretty substantial increase for 15 minutes, and that's one of the reasons why I like these MCTs. So like I was saying earlier guys, if you're increasing the amount of ketones in your blood, then you're increasing the amount of ketones that are available to your brain, and that's going to improve your cognitive output. So in the morning you can see that between the caffeine, which we already know stimulates us and wakes us up, you throw the MCTs in there, we see a pretty big increase in ketones. It's a great way to get your morning going. All right guys, so we're done with the second 15 minutes, so we're at the half-hour mark now. All right guys, so now you can see ketones are at about 1.3, so still a little bit higher than baseline, a little bit down from the 15-minute mark, but that is kind of to be expected. When those ketones are available in your blood, they're gonna be being used by the brain, but still at the half-hour mark, still seeing an elevated level from the baseline measure. All right guys, so we are at the 45-minute mark here. Gonna test ketones again. So at the 45-minute mark, you see that the ketones are at about 0.7, which is pretty typical. That you're gonna see those ketone levels start to go down a little bit because your body's obviously utilizing them. Also, since I've been sedentary this whole time, there's really not a reason for my body to start producing a whole lot more. So what is available there is being utilized. So that is something very common that you're gonna see from using this product. But we're gonna do another test in 15 minutes so we can show you what happens at the hour mark. All right guys, so we are at the hour mark. Gonna test ketones for the last time here. All right guys, so see ketones are at 1.0. Which if you guys notice, that's a little bit up from the last reading. A couple reasons why this could be the case. One of the biggest reasons is probably from the extension of the fast. So, after being about an hour into this, we've kind of burnt through the ketones that we had prior to the test. We burnt through a lot of the ketones that we had produced from the MCTs in the coffee, and now we're starting to need to dip into producing my own ketones afterwards, which is a great thing. Some people have a little bit of concerns with using things like MCTs and exogenous ketones on whether or not they're going to blunt your body's own ketone production. Obviously that's not the case. So here you're seeing that my body is recognizing the need to start producing ketones again to continue to meet the demands of my body, and that's why we're looking at about 1.0 now. All right guys, so End of the experiment here, what we're trying to show here is that MCTs are going to lead to an increase in your blood ketones. The reason why we would want to do that in the morning is we're trying to increase the energy that's available to our brain. That's going to lead to improved cognitive function. It's going to lead to, improved memory, all these different things that are going to be great for you if you're trying to get something done in the morning. For me, it's usually deep work, a lot of writing in the morning. I'm trying to get that energy, trying to get in that good cognitive state. So MCTs and coffee is how I like to do that. All right, again, so the product that we tested today, guys, is the Perfect Keto Instant Coffee, mocha flavored, definitely the best in my opinion. We also have French vanilla and unflavored, but if mocha's available, I don't know why you'd go with anything else. So if you have questions about fatty coffee or putting MCTs in your coffee, comment them below. If you guys are interested in getting your hands on some of the Perfect Keto Instant Coffee, go ahead and check the pinned thread at the top.